Good evening. She regarded him as a second son, but when radio agony aunt Nazim Jamil refused to lend Khalid Sarwar £2,000, he killed her with a hammer and screwdriver. Today, Sarwar was jailed for at least 20 years for murdering the 54-year-old mother of two at her home in the West End of Glasgow. From the High Court in Glasgow, David Henderson reports.
Her last trip to the shops. Nazim Jamil is caught on CCTV in the West End of Glasgow. Within hours, she would be dead.
A very good afternoon. Have something here.
Nazim Jamil was one of Scotland's best-known Asian women, a presenter and agony aunt at the radio station Awaz FM. Within days, this family friend was under arrest, 29-year-old Khalid Sarwar. Here, he's filmed in Glasgow shortly after she died. He'd gone to her flat and asked her for a loan of £2,000. When she refused, he struck her, time and again, with a hammer and a screwdriver. Today, he was found guilty of her murder, and her family gave this reaction.
Khalid Sarwar took away from us the one most important person in our lives in a very cold and brutal way, something we would not wish upon anyone. Although we will never get our mother back and she will never see her grandchildren, which is so heartbreaking, finally justice has been done.
Sarwar admitted going to Mrs. Jamil's flat on the day she died, but claimed she was fine when he left. Evidence proved he was lying. Police found a scrap of paper in her common stair. On it, his handwriting and her blood. And in her flat, Sarwar had dropped his glove. On it, they found her DNA.
Sarwar has betrayed the Jamil family in the worst possible way. Mrs. Jamil had welcomed him into her home, and through his lies and treachery, he gained her trust and support. He even called her mum.
The judge, Lord Brodie, sentenced Sarwar to life in prison with a minimum punishment period of 20 years behind bars. And he added, it's difficult, if not impossible, to imagine how someone could have inflicted such extreme violence on a lady who'd shown you nothing but kindness. David Henderson, reporting Scotland at the High Court in Glasgow.
There have been more angry exchanges.